Cambridge University Library houses approximately 70 books acquired from Korea in 1902. These books all have an acquisition stamp dated July 1st, 1902, indicating that they all entered the library on the same day. So, who brought these books from Korea in 1902, and for what reason? A handwritten letter sent from Korea in 1902, stored in the library, addresses the curiosity. The sender of this letter was Miss Lucy Nevile, who was in Korea at the time to assist the Anglican Mission. Although we have limited information about Miss Nevile, Anglican Mission records indicate that she stayed in Korea for 3 or 4 years around 1900, alongside Anglican nuns. In her letter, she wrote her address as St. Peter's Mission House in Seoul, where the Anglican Mission conducted medical work. The letter begins as follows.
Some time ago, I received a letter from my sister asking if I could procure certain books for the University of Cambridge, according to a list furnished by the Reverend M.N. Trollope of the English Church Mission Korea at that time in England, and also asking if I would obtain and send copies of the books published by the American, English and French missionaries, also any books in Pali or Tibetan.
She explains that she has been tasked with procuring books for the University of Cambridge, and it seems that Reverend M.N. Trollope provided a list. Reverend Trollope was among the first members of the Anglican Mission to Korea, which commenced in 1890. During his stay in the UK from 1901 until his second appointment to Korea, he appears to have met individuals in Cambridge and shared information about ongoing publications in Korea. Furthermore, as part of their continuous efforts to acquire religious books in Asia in their original languages, Cambridge University also requested her to obtain books in Pali and Tibetan. After that, she mentioned 3 individuals who could assist her in selecting books: Reverend Gale from the Religious Tract Society, the British and Foreign Bible Society, now the British Bible Society, and Reverend Badcock from the Anglican Mission. Thanks to these helpers, the books she sent to Cambridge encompass a diverse range of themes and publishers. In the handwritten list she attached, the items are categorized first by case and then by where she obtained the books. The first page of the book list, organized by source, nearly identical items are listed with numbers. This page is labeled as "Bought from Korean Bookshop" on the side. As shown here, Miss Nevile's books are not limited to Christian mission books. She included books sold at the bookshop for the Korean common people. She acknowledges in her letter that she lacks experience in purchasing books in Korea, suggesting one of the advisors she consulted might have helped her to buy the bookstore books. The list features Korean titles accompanied by English explanations, along with the number of books in both Chinese and Hangul. At the top of the list are primarily Confucian classics in literary Chinese, which used as basic textbooks in Joseon. In the middle, some texts appear translated into Hangul. At the bottom, commercial woodblock prints of Hangul novels are listed. It is intriguing to observe Miss Nevile's casual notes on this page, such as "curious script" for Jong Sujong John and "cheap writings of Korean novels" for Im Jangun John, which might suggest the cheap quality of paper. This list, having books in literary Chinese and Hangul together, reflects the linguistic landscape of Korea in 1902, where literary Chinese and Hangul books coexisted. Literary Chinese had been the dominant form of writing for most official communications and scholarly purpose. However, in the late Joseon period, Hangul, Korea's own writing system invented by King Sejong in 1443, began to gain popularity among the lower classes, who lacked the time to study Chinese characters, or for leisure reading such as novels. On other pages, she listed books by their packing case numbers. This page, titled "Contents of Case 2", shows the books that were packed in that case, including Christian books that she collected from various sources, as well as books published by the Korean Tract Society and provided by Gale. Miss Nevile procured books from Anglican and Catholic missions. From Chonju Songgyo Gongwa, these are books from the Catholic mission, including a Bible, Songgyeong Jike, and her memo explains that it is a commentary on the liturgical Gospels. Below that are books from the Anglican Mission, starting with a Bible published by the Anglican Mission, titled Joman Mingwang, Lumen, Evidences of Christianity. On this page titled Contents of Case 1, you can find a list of books purchased from the bookshop again, now accompanied by their prices. In the final column, Miss Neville records the Korean money price, offering valuable insight into the Korean book market of that era. Thanks to Miss Neville's dedicated efforts, a significant Korean collection is now housed in the Cambridge University Library, and a vivid record of publication and reading culture in Korea in 1902 has been preserved.